All right, let's talk about the Baltimore Ravens offense here, who, I gotta say, is it fair to say this offense has been like exactly what you would have dreamed of it being if you're a Ravens fan? Obviously, it took a couple weeks for them to kind of figure it out, but man, have they figured it out. And let's start off just with a rush with Derrick Henry, who that obviously has to be talked about. So much of this new Ravens stuff is the addition of Derrick Henry and how valuable it is to have him. As you see, everyone's kind of accounted for up the middle right here. Well-blocked play by Baltimore, and see him just rush and pick up a 15-yard gain right there. The fact that you can get these types of runs from Henry, it does two things, right? The first is the obvious one. It gives you a 15-yard gain. That's pretty good. But the other thing it does is it really just kind of, I think, opens up this entire Baltimore Ravens offense. Because, there's a ton of plays, like this one, for example, where they're going to fake a handoff to Derrick Henry, and this isn't even like one of those over-the-middle play-action type plays. They're then simply just going to flip the ball to Zay Flowers, who, more on him in a second, but, he's been great, at least certainly was great against Washington, but they're just going to flip it to him towards the offense's left. So, simple enough. Lamar takes the snap. He, again, quickly fakes the handoff and then gets it over to Zay Flowers. And a couple of things to note. For one, really, Washington fell for this fake. They're trying to cover Henry, which you kind of have to do, right? It's all hands on deck, or that first play I showed you will happen. Also, the player I've circled in black here for Washington, that is the safety who has rushed in to try and make a play on Flowers because there's really no one else in the area. In fact, there's several Ravens players blocking everyone else. So, you got to try to play aggressive here. But because he didn't take a great angle, Flowers races by him, and then some good hustle by the Baltimore players down the field, and Flowers is able to pick up a ton of yards on this play. Again, that's just one little fake, but that little fake can sometimes be the difference in gaining, 4 or 5 yards and gaining 40 or 50 yards. It really can mean that much, which is where Derrick Henry's value can come in, even when he's not near the football. Also heading over here, where what's going to happen is that this is another Zay Flowers play. Because I want to be clear, Zay Flowers doesn't just need help to get open. He's just winning sometimes as well. This is just a one-on-one matchup, a route over the middle. Lamar takes the snap. He looks in Flowers' direction. Flowers gets the inside leverage, but still cuts very well and is able to just generate a bit of a window here for Lamar. And what do you think Lamar is going to do? Makes a really accurate throw. Flowers is able to make the catch. Again, it's just an easy 10-plus yard gain. When you can get those easy first downs, it just makes the whole offense move a lot more smoothly. You don't have to worry about third downs where things can become issues. Just everything helps. Although when there is a third down, okay, now you need someone who can win, right? Someone who can make a play, and they have several guys. I already brought up Zay Flowers, but here it's going to be old reliable against zone coverage. Mark Andrews running that route right there, where we've kind of seen Mark Andrews get going a bit, right? He started the season slow. Hey, sometimes when you're an older player, you start the season a little bit slow. He had 66 yards in this one. This is going to be one of his catches. It's route going into the end zone. There is a safety in the area, but when Lamar takes the snap, really Andrews gets there so quickly and Lamar gets rid of this ball quickly enough. The safety, well, I still think probably could have done a better job at getting in position right here, is just, doesn't have enough time to get over there. So because of this, there is a window for Lamar and Andrews, and these guys have had such good chemistry for years now. As you see, Lamar puts it on the money. Andrews is able to make the grab. They pick up a big gain right there. Again, this is just what these two guys have done over the course of their careers, right? But it's still very good stuff, and it's just going to show that they have several guys who are winning right now, and it's not just Flowers and Andrews, and there's other guys like Isaiah Likely and Nelson Aguilar who are capable of getting their wins, and Rashad Bateman, who, again, okay, listen, it has to be mentioned, they're playing Washington, and Washington's secondary just hasn't been very good. It's been kind of burned by everybody. Of course, that's the case, but when you're seeing how consistently the Ravens players are winning in this game, that's what's really exciting. Watch what Bateman's going to do on this play. One-on-one matchup. Watch how, when this play begins, Bateman kind of fakes those going towards the left, but then cuts over towards his right. And look at this separation. This isn't like just a little bit open. This is a dominant win. This is an easy throw for Lamar to make. Lamar still puts it right on the money, though, so Bateman can make the grab and continue running after the catch. Really good stuff there by Lamar. Really good stuff there by Rashad Bateman. So that this is just what they're consistently doing. So you have guys winning in the passing game. You have Derrick Henry being able to easily get his, double-digit yard runs consistently. And we got to talk about the guy here, right? Let's go over to a play like this, because this is just another really important play in all of this, I think. So first, this is going to be, you see the blocking concept on the screen right here. You have the right guard pulling over to block a linebacker, but everyone else just kind of blocking towards their left. Okay, that's the offensive line blocking concept. Got it. But if you want to run this ball, let's say you want to hand the ball off right here. This isn't Derrick Henry in the game. If you want to hand it off towards the right, well, there's an issue, right? That Washington player could just easily run in and make a tackle. So on a 3rd and 2, this isn't an ideal situation. Like, you can't do this. So what do? Well, typically you'd have to run it through the middle. That's usually what you would do, or send someone else over to block him, and then you have to leave someone unblocked towards the top of the screen, right? That's usually what you have to do. But if you want to have a quarterback run, then the halfback can go up and block that guy, and now you have someone to account for everyone, and you can still run towards the bottom of the screen if that's where you want to run towards. As you see, Lamar takes a snap and just takes off down the field, and this is well blocked at this point, that as you see, I mean, everyone is either accounted for or too far away from Lamar Jackson at this point to make a difference, and because of this, watch as Lamar just runs by everybody. I mean, really good stuff here by Lamar Jackson. You see the athleticism, but also it just goes to show why these quarterback rushes are so impactful and why they can work so well. You get that extra blocker, which really matters, and when you have the speed of Lamar Jackson, that's kind of all you need. So yeah, I mean, this offense is rolling right now. It is currently the 2nd best offense in terms of EPA per play, only behind Washington, interestingly enough, on the season. But obviously the Ravens defense, while still having some issues, has performed a lot better than Washington's has up until this point. And it's even less about that, though, and it's just about how many different ways they can win right now. Because that's kind of been the Ravens' whole issue once they get into the playoffs, is they've kind of had to win in one way. And I think now what they've in weird ways done with adding Derrick Henry is made the run offense so dominant, you have no choice, even if you're a good run defense, but to go all out to stop the run offense, which can now allow things to open up down the field. And in a weird way, it's given them more opportunities to win, because now you get so many one-on-one matchups. And hey, maybe Rashad Bateman can't win a one-on-one against a great corner, but he can win a one-on-one against an all right corner, and that's now what you're generating. That's now what you're getting. So just because there's more pressure on the running game, and it's fun to watch. So yeah, a lot of good stuff here going on by Lamar Jackson, by Derrick Henry, by all these guys for the Ravens. And the line blocking a lot better too when they don't have to play Chris Jones. Who would have thought? That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.